These are my top 4 breathing exercises that I love to teach my patients. As an occupational therapist, I teach these exercises to kids that really have a hard time controlling their emotions. And the two main reasons why parents want to teach their kids how to better control their emotions are that they are very close to getting kicked out of school or because they can't make any friends. And both scenarios are terrifying, even for me, and I don't have any kids on my own. These 4 breathing exercises are easy to teach and are highly effective for two main reasons, but I'll explain that towards the end. So let's get started with the exercises. The first exercise is called 5-finger breathing. For this exercise, you will teach your kid to trace all their 5 fingers with the opposite hand. They will breathe in on the way up, hold it for 3 seconds, and exhale on the way down. And of course, they can repeat it as many times as they need to. Next one is called figure 8 breathing. You will teach your kids how to draw an 8 first on the palm of the hand, and then you start teaching them that they should be breathing in on their way down and exhaling on the way up, and then repeat it as many times as needed. This next one's called box breathing. And honestly, it's one of the most engaging ones that I use for my kids because they get to personalize their tiny little boxes you can see here. All you need is pipe cleaners and a few beads. And you can even make it a bracelet as well. And as you can see on the video, each side of the square has 5 different beads, reminding kids that they have to breathe in 5 times and exhaling 5 times. And the last exercise is called belly breathing. You will ask your kid to place a hand on the chest and another one on the belly so they can feel their belly growing bigger and smaller. We do not want them to breathe through their chest. Now, there's 2 main reasons why these 4 exercises, even though they're super simple, are so effective at helping our kids controlling their emotions. The first reason is that all 4 exercises require kids to use multiple senses at once. So when kids get upset, there's a thought or event that got them upset, and sometimes we just ask them to focus on breathing. But that thought or event is so big that it can show up again in their brain and restart the whole cycle of being upset. That's why we want to involve as many senses as we can so we can shift their attention to something that's helping them calm themselves down and bring themselves back to baseline. Once they're in baseline, then we can take them from there and we can make it a learning experience. And this is the last reason into why breathing helps our kids control emotions, is that it helps us balance our brain. So you see, our brain works like a seesaw. On one end, we have our fight or flight responses, and then the other end, we have our rest responses. And most of the time, generally speaking, we are a perfect balance. But unfortunately, sometimes life happens to our kids and it completely tilts things over because now all the attention is into that fight or flight response. And that's where you get the scratching, the biting, the screaming. So the job of our breathing exercises is to bring the attention to the complete opposite of this seesaw and balance things out so we can bring our kids back to baseline. And once they're back into baseline, this is where the learning happens. This is where you come with a logical solution on how to prevent this from happening again. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.